that really shapes this game. You can listen to Not Just Football with Cam Hayward on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. It's game time. Let's go.
All right, Brian Walsh.
That's me.
So you are the editor of the Future Perfect team. You oversee the climate team. You oversee some podcasts like yours truly.
Mm-hmm.
So top editorial leader here, one of them at Fox.
Yeah, you could say that. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair to say.
Yeah. Could you pull up the best performing Vox stories right now, and we'll play a little game of good news, bad news?
Oh boy, this is so embarrassing. Okay. Okay. Publish
Top
data,
story.
Select top story.
Vox.com.
All right, top story. July 14th, Ian Millhiser. The Supreme Court just handed Trump his biggest victory of his second term. Well, I guess that's good news from someone's perspective.
True.
Okay. July 18th, Constant Creative. There's a bigger story behind Colbert's cancellation. Yeah, I don't think the bigger story is that bad for the media, is I'm pretty sure, and bad for media freedom.
Right.
Oh, this is a good one. All right, July 23rd, Benji Jones, recent piece. The government stepped in to clean up a disaster in North Carolina, then they created another one. I edited that story along with Paige Vega, our climate editor, and that was not positive, unfortunately. Should I keep going?
Yeah.
All right, going down. Will we ever know why Brian Koberger murdered the Idaho 4? Just gonna keep on going on that one.
Yep.
The real reason why everyone's so mad over the Gen Z stare. Everyone's so mad. They're like, oh, I love the way that Gen Zs look at me with dead eyes. Republicans now own America's broken healthcare system. Nope. America's fastest growing suburbs are about to get very expensive.
I think that's a good representative sample.
Yeah, I'd say so.
For July 2025.
Yeah. I'm not going to try to smokescreen you here and say that everything is great in the year 2025. In fact, it's probably quite a lot worse than it's been in most of the years I've been alive, I think. At the same time, I bet if we went back to 2010 or something like that, I bet we would find a similar kind of tone emotionally.
Mm-hmm. You're one of the people shaping media out there. What have you figured out? What can you tell me about good news and bad news from that perspective?
From that perspective, I can tell you one thing, which is that audience members, people will often tell you, why does the media report why so negative? Why so negative? If you guys would work positive news, we'd we'd read it. No, they're lying. They don't actually feel that way. This is the problem we face, right? It's important for any editorial company or person, whatever, to think seriously about what they're putting out into the world, not in a kind of woo-woo energy way, but real things about the human, about who we are as people and where we could be going. And I think we need that now more than ever.
Yeah, why do you think it's so easy to miss the good news or to miss covering the good news?
I think, quite honestly, one part is there is, the news often is what is happening right now. And so usually the more positive stories, they change imperceptibly over a longer period of time. And that, probably more than anything else, is why we miss them.
It seems like the good news has a lot more context and explaining that has to go into it before getting to what that good news is or being able to appreciate the scale of it.
Exactly, yeah. I think that's another part where this is hard, because we're dealing with the best news, honestly, tends to involve lots and lots of people. The real meaning of it is not, it's just happening to one person. The real meaning to it is happening to many, many millions of people over many, many years. And that's just, I don't think that fits into a narrative or a story quite as easily as a lot of the more negative stuff.
What's the mystery here? What's unexplainable about some of these faces?
Why we lean negative, even though I don't think it makes us feel good. We know, it's funny, we know that optimistic people, generally turn out better health, live longer, really annoying, all those things. You'd think these are habits of mind that maybe we would be selected or we want to develop more. And you see it elsewhere, just, I think it might be here in the media, it's less often. And then I wonder as well, is there anything that can be done to change this? Is this just who we are as human beings? Is it just how our media system will generally work? Because it doesn't feel like it's getting better. Like it feels like, if anything, we're seeing like a darker tenor tend to win out over time. And look, maybe that's reality to a certain extent. You know, maybe I'm the one who's wrong.
I don't think this negativity bias is what we believe is true.
Too much of this comes down to attention. So it's like, what do we think is what we think? You know, it's going to become reality. So I think negativity bias just makes us more likely to pick up on things that are bad, that are negative. And if you think of your sense of reality